Today we're going to show you how to save battery life in iOS 8. Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex from AppFind here, and today I'm going to be showing you my list on the best ways to save battery life in iOS 8. This is a compilation of all of the best switches, modes, and preferences that you need to enable in order to make sure that you save the most battery. Now, I'm going to be going over each one of these, and you don't have to use them all. Some of them do turn off some of the functionality of your device. However, it's going to allow you to have a longer battery life. If you have any additional battery life tips and tricks, let us know in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe if you learned something new today. Alright, let's get started. The first tip that we have is how to view individualized app diagnostics as to which applications use up how much battery. This is going to allow you to pinpoint the app battery guzzlers that you might want to slow down on usage or just be a little bit more conscious about that they take up a lot of battery life. Now, those of you who watched the hidden features of iOS 8 video, you guys are going to be a little bit familiar with this one, but don't worry, we've got more features coming on later. However, if you want to check out the iOS 8 hidden features, click the annotation link. Link's also down in the description. Alright, so how to view this is to go right into the settings application, then you're going to go to General, and then Usage, Battery Usage, and this is going to show you how much battery usage each application used in the past hour. So as you can see here, Clash of Clans use about 3%, home and lock screen use 60%, and that's because I've been doing these videos talking in front of the home and lock screen. Usually the applications be a little bit higher. But as you can see, I can see some of these apps that are using a big percentage of my battery life, and I know that I didn't actually use Safari that much in the past hour, but it already used 14%. So that kind of thing is going to allow you to see what you may need to cut down in terms of battery usage. Alright, let's take a look at another tip. Another great way to save battery life is turning on the reduce motion setting. What this is going to do is it's going to get rid of the animations that open up and close applications, and also get rid of the parallax effect, which, as you can see, that's aligning the applications to the way the phone is tilted. Those can take up some of your very precious battery life. So you're going to go into Settings, General, Accessibility, scroll down just a smidge, Reduce Motion on. And as you can see here, when I quit out of the app, it just fades, and there is no longer any parallax effect. Now, the next tip I have seems a little bit obvious, but there's a way to implement it to make sure that it works all the time. So, the standard thing that a lot of people will tell you about is the brightness settings. So as you can see in the control panel, I can change the brightness right here. And I can make it brighter, I can make it not as bright. But basically, when you have a brightness setting, and usually you don't need it all the way up at the top brightness, which is the common mistake that a lot of people use that does drain a lot of battery life. However, a lot of you guys are conscious about the brightness of your phone. But the way to make sure that the brightness sticks is to go into Settings, Display and Brightness right at the bottom. Auto brightness off. And that means that it's not going to automatically brighten or fade the screen. You have to do it manually. However, that's going to allow you to keep it at a lower brightness and thus save battery. The next tip is a really quick one, and that is to make sure that you're not using a dynamic wallpaper if you want to save as much battery as possible. As you can see, my wallpaper is dynamic, but that does mean that they're going to have to go through that animation in the background, and that is taking up critical battery life. So if you go into Settings, and then you're going to go to Wallpaper, choose New Wallpaper, choose a still wallpaper instead of dynamic, if you want to save battery life. For the remainder of this video, I am going to keep my cool dynamic wallpaper. However, if you're really intent on trying to minimize the battery usage, you should switch to a still wallpaper. A common battery life saving feature that a lot of people know about is the ability to close the multitask applications. If you don't know how to use it, basically you just double tap the home button and then you're going to swipe up on applications that are in multitasking. It doesn't save a ton of battery life like a lot of people think, however, it does save battery life over time. Now, the big thing that you want to make sure that you do is you go into Settings, General, and then you're going to go to Background App Refresh. Now, see all these apps that this is on? These apps are going to refresh in the background. And what that's going to do is that's going to take up valuable battery life without me even knowing it. So the only way you can see it is right here. Now actually, through the battery usage, you're going to be able to see which background app refresh apps are using up battery life, but in the past you didn't used to know about it. So you can toggle them all off right here, and that will save your previous toggle. So if you toggle them all off and then you toggle them back on at any point, say when you are able to charge again and you want to turn it all back on, it will save your settings here. But you can scroll through and you can see which ones actually need background app refresh and which ones do not. And that is going to save a lot of battery life. All right, we're going to take a quick break to thank our sponsors, but right after the break, we'll be back with 5 more easy tips and tricks on how to save battery life in iOS 8. We'll be right back.
Today we're going to be showing you how to get FeaturePoints and get paid apps absolutely free. You can get any of these cool paid apps and also iTunes and Amazon gift cards. Go to bit.ly/getFeaturePoints. It has to be exactly that URL, bit.ly/getFeaturePoints, all lowercase. You're going to install the profile. It's verified, so it's safe. Then you're going to add it to your home screen. You can open this app up, take a look. You get free points just for using our referral code, which is available on the screen. Now you're going to hit download and get any of these free apps. And once you open these apps, it's going to mark that, and you're going to get points for opening the apps. Once you collect enough points, you're able to actually get iTunes gift cards, apps, tons of cool stuff. The app you just saw us download was worth over 200 points. So we just downloaded a few apps, and now we can already get Toy Story Smash It, which is a 99-cent app, absolutely free. Once we collect it, you can see that it is downloading now. Be sure to check it out, bit.ly/getFeaturePoints. Check out my full FeaturePoints tutorial in the description below, or use the annotation link and have fun with your paid apps for free.
All right, we're back. The next tip that we're going to show you guys is to make sure that you disable notifications on applications maybe you don't use anymore and apps you don't necessarily need notifications for. Now, this is something that I personally need to fix on myself as well, but you guys should definitely do it because after a while, all of these notification apps add up and they use a lot of precious battery life in the background. You go to Settings, Notifications, and then as you can see right here, all of these apps that say include are sending me push notifications at certain periods of time. That is a lot of applications sending me push notifications. So the way to disable it, you go into an application and disable allow notifications. That'll disable it completely. You can also disable how many can show on the notification center, sounds, badge icon, when unlocked, etc. But the only way to make sure you get rid of it for sure is disable allow notifications. And this is going to save up a lot of battery life. Another really simple tip to save battery life is to go into the settings. You're going to go down to privacy, location services. Now you don't want to turn off the whole thing because some of them need locations. However, some of these apps are going to be always viewing your location. See, all these apps are actually viewing my location. So if you click on an app, you can choose never or always to location access. And that way you're going to be able to make sure that apps aren't using up a ton of extra battery life with location services enabled on each app. A really quick tip is if you are not using Bluetooth, there's no need for Bluetooth, so turn it off. When there is no Wi-Fi in your area, you want to make sure you turn Wi-Fi off, especially when you're traveling someplace and there's no Wi-Fi they actually know and can connect to, because otherwise it's going to keep searching out and looking for Wi-Fi in the area, and that's going to drain a lot of your battery life, especially if there are a bunch of faint Wi-Fi signals that you're not connected to. It's going to keep pinging out and looking for those Wi-Fi signals. So the best idea is just to turn off Wi-Fi and use LTE or 3G or whatever you have in that area. And the final tip on how to save battery life in iOS 8 is to turn on airplane mode when you are driving in a car, when you're not going to need to use your phone anyways, you really shouldn't be using a phone while you're driving, turn on airplane mode, because what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that the phone isn't connecting out and constantly searching for cell signals. I know sometimes if you're on a commute, especially that doesn't have good cell reception, your phone is going to be struggling, and nothing's worse than getting to work and then your phone's already half dead on battery anyways. So turning on airplane mode is an amazing way for that to work. Also, when you're charging your phone, if you turn on airplane mode, it's going to charge much faster because then it's not currently using all of the battery life to be able to check all the notifications, messages, and everything. Really, it just turns it into, instead of having to turn the phone all the way off, you can turn off all of the external communications using the airplane mode, which comes in handy a lot, and I don't see people using enough. Alright guys, so that's basically it for the best tips and tricks on how to save battery life in iOS 8. Now, if you have your own tips and tricks you did not see in this video, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. We look forward to reading them. Share this video with your friends so they can learn how to save battery life on their phones. Think about downloading the App Nana app to get paid apps for free, full gift cards, iTunes gift cards for free, just for downloading free apps. It really helps out the show and it'll help out you guys as well. Once again, I'm Alex from AppFind. Be sure to subscribe and I will see you guys next time. Bye.